Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yes, good evening, good evening. So why the screen is blur? I am not understanding. Let me check. Now the screen is visible. No, even though visible, even though the screen is not visible. What should I do now? Even though we have to, although we have to zoom only, so don't worry. No, picture quality is very much low. I'm changing 1 minute. Yes. Yes. Is it visible now? Let's check. Is it visible? Check now. Even though it is not. Why this is so? Or from my side it is visible. Are you are your screen is your screen visible? Is your screen visible? Is your screen? Yes. Let me know, is your screen visible? Chat me in the chat box. Now only. Is my screen visible? Everyone. Because I want to start it immediately. Is my screen visible? I think so, it is visible, but let me check again. Or can I start? No, even though it is not visible. Even though it is not visible. Why is this so? I don't know. But not visible at all. Now my screen is properly visible, I think so. Yes. So, first question from the big questions from your textbook, that it is the how did foreign inventions and the rise of new dynasties reshape India's political boundaries during this period? These questions we will take the let's explore questions. From that first question, let's explore looking at figure 2.6. Why do you think Alauddin Khilji called himself the second Alexander? See here a coin minted by Alauddin Khilji which bears the inscription Sikandar Sani or the second Alexander in Persian. See, this answer I will dictate, that is, Alauddin Khilji called himself the second Alexander on his coin to show his ambition and military strength. He wanted to compare his conquest across North and Central India and his defense against his Mongol inventions to Alexander the Great's achievements in building vast empire. The as the Alauddin Khilji was more preferably known for his military campaigns, as the lesson is saying us that he was very much known for the military campaigns. So, like that only, on his military campaignings, he was very much popularly known as Alexander. Why? Because Alauddin Khilji, uh, he minted one coin. On his coin, he written that the Alauddin Khilji means the Sikandar Sani or the second Alexander. Why he written so? उसने ऐसा क्यों लिखा? Because he wants to show his ambition and the military strength to all the peoples, all the wherein whatever the peoples were present. He wants to show that ambition and the military strength to them. Then he wanted to compare his conquest across North and Central India and his defense against Mongol inventions. See, कोई भी राजा होगा तो उसे दूसरे एनिमी के प्रति कुछ तो घमंड होगा ही. So he was jealous in front of the other kingdoms और उसे अपना जो सक्सेस है वो बाकी के किंग्स को दिखाना था. That's why he showcased his name himself as the Sikandar Sani or the second Alexander. Then, as the Alexander was done very much great achievements in the whole world, same like he was saying himself, like he is done everything for the India, and because of his reach and big military campaigns, the peoples were very much rich and they become very prosperous. He thought that, and that's why he created or he given himself the name as the second Alexander. Next, the question, let's explore only. Have you understand the question of the first? कि कैसे अलाउद्दीन खिलजी ने अपने आप को अलेक्जेंडर का नाम दे दिया। क्यों दे दिया? उसके अपने अपने एम्बिशंस को इन फ्रंट ऑफ हिज एनिमीज उसको शोकेस करना था, और उसको अपनी जो मिलिट्री कैंपेन्स है उनका रीच बढ़ाना था, और उसकी जो मिलिट्री की स्ट्रेंथ थी, इस सभी जो उसकी जो पूरे अपने हिमसेल्फ को एक डिग्री प्रोवाइड करने से उसकी जो मिलिट्री स्ट्रेंथ है वो बढ़ जाती थी, इसीलिए उसने ये नाम दिया है। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इट इज द व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रिसोर्सेज डू यू थिंक वेर नीडेड टू मेंटेन एन army and wage war in those days. Discuss in groups the various types of expenditure involved, from weapons or food for soldiers to animals used in the welfare, road construction, etc. See, now I can write here that whatever you also can write with me, whatever the resources was used for the military campaigns of of Alauddin Khilji or the warfare the warfare was as follows. You can write in the points, because in SST when you write the point wise answer you get more and more marks. So you can write point wise answer. The answer will be first point. You can write that, as they said, from this expenditure should be involved from the weapons to the food. मतलब उनका जो अस्त्र शस्त्र से लेकर उनका खान पान जो वो वॉरफेयर में होता था उस तक आपको उसका आंसर लिखना है. सो द फर्स्ट पॉइंट, इन वॉर्स द एक्सपेंडिचर was used for weapons, then the our mm, what we say it is the carry carriots means the rath, and the animal, whatever be the animals used for pulling that carriots, that animals in the war. In various ways. Second one, in various ways, after the second point, it would be regarding their stay. Okay, whatever the stay, मतलब उनका जो stay, for the stay, for the night, because at that time there was the rule that the wars only happens in the daytime, not in the night time. So they would rest at the right time, night time. So for the night time, they will need tents or resting places. For that, they What we can write? We can write in the money. They were almost using at that time one coin was very much valuable, one gold coin or one copper coin. So they value the almost using 10 coins. Next point, it is the what we can write regarding their clothes, their clothes we can say, or the whatever their uh, the war clothes for the wearing of soldiers. They need a protective cloth that may cost almost 50 to 60 coins for all, because Alauddin Khilji's army was big. We are thinking of Alauddin Khilji. So Alauddin Khilji's army was that much big that the whatever the expenditure will be highest in his when he will take a financial audit. At that time he will notice, but now he is not there. But I am telling you, whenever a financial audit will happen of the whole expenditures of the Alauddin Khilji, then we will comes to know that how much expenditure he needs for his army or for the war purpose. May cost almost 60 coins. Then next it is the last point of food. Very or all the soldiers need a protein rich food which they gets from the animal meat. Means this was the whole expenditure of the Alauddin Khilji's war and the wages of the soldiers. What was the wages of the soldiers? The wages of the soldiers, wages matlab salary of soldiers was, I think it we will do it as a 10 to 15 coins per soldier. 15 coins per soldier. 10 to 15 coins. You can write per soldier or per person, etc. Whatever you should make. So we written 5 points and almost 10 to 15 lines answer we written for this question. Next question of let's explore is with us on the page number 31. Have you understand what we written in this question? Next question it is from page number 31 that third question we can say. Why do you think such locations means the upper fort, the in the Aravali hills there is a Kumbhalgarh fort. In that fort, there the how much wide walls are there, and the building of that structure is very much proper. So that location they are saying. Why do you think such locations were chosen for many of the medieval period? Medieval forts, sorry, forts. Discuss pros and cons. Don't write that hint if you wish. Pros and cons. Okay, we will discuss pros and cons with the whole answer. So, the first question they asked, why do you think such locations were chosen for many of the medieval forts? Now, see on the structure of this fort. See, here they very much wide wall it is, right? Very much wide wall it is, long, tall wall, right? The forts are protected with big walls. There is one fort, very at the top, there is the fort. And these forts were built on the very much height. So, what will be the pros of it? Pros means advantages and cons means disadvantages. These you things know because science, maths, सॉरी साइंस ईवीएस थर्ड फोर्थ स्टैंडर्ड में आपने देखा है कि कैसे डिस्टिंग्विश डिफरेंशिएशंस होते हैं छोटे बच्चों आप जब छोटे बच्चे थे तब से आपने देखा है इसको कैसे होता है पता है होगा सबको ठीक है नेक्स्ट I will only give the answer ठीक है no one is responsive so this is because in front of this line you can write pros is equal to if you wish if you not written it is also okay this is because the fort is sorry the location no this is not the way that is not the point of pros this is the point of the first question why does the locations are chosen for the medieval forts this type of locations so this is because the location is on the tall height which will prevent from the enemy attacks and the soldiers of enemies cannot be able to climb the wall because of that because of its tallness wide and tall height you can write wide and tall height okay this was the answer of the first one now the pros and cons write first pros and is equal to con is equal to आपको उसका आंसर लिखना है as the height is more it will prevent from the attacks fire attacks from the enemy. In these regions, the forest is very much dense, or forest is dense. That will benefit fit to the if your screen is not visible, zoom it, zoom करते जाओ, आपको easily दिख जाएगा. Benefit to the army to attack by hiding. मतलब कि जब वो डेंस फॉरेस्ट से जा रहे होंगे तब छुप छुप के वो जा सकते हैं, राइट? ये और अटैक कर सकते हैं डायरेक्टली, और उस डेंस फॉरेस्ट में कुछ दिखता नहीं है नीचे का, सनलाइट भी नहीं जाती उसके अंदर, दैट इज द रीजन. ठीक है, मतलब सनलाइट जाती है लेकिन उनके डेंस फॉरेस्ट के कारण वो ऐसा हो सकता है. दीज आर द प्रोज. नाउ कॉन or cons. The con of it is means disadvantage of it is that the enemies can take the land easily by attacking from the door or the main gate, because that is small. If you see here, the main gate, this here, that is very much small. I think so. My suggestion, main door. देखो, आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हो, लर्न सीबीएसई है, बाकी के प्लेटफॉर्म से जहां से ये आंसर्स इजीली मिलते हैं, लेकिन इवन दो आई एम प्रोवाइडिंग प्रोज कॉन्स लिखना है, इतना सीरियस नहीं लेना है सभी को इसको. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखेंगे, इतना उस पे निर्भर नहीं रहेंगे. इन फिगर 2.14 what elements do you observe? Why? What do they tell you about life? Then, hint, observe the weapons, the animals, and the activities. ठीक है, this question is about the thinking, so you have to think about it. Next question, fifth, let's explore there. That is math question, that is not for us. Let's explore 45 page number. Then the 46, 49, and then again it is not there. 46, two remaining. Let's explore. In His last letters to two of his sons, Aurangzeb wrote, I came alone and I am going away alone. I know not who I am and what I have been doing. I have not done well for the country and the people, and of the future there is no hope. I was helpless in life and I am departing helpless. What do these words tells us about Aurangzeb? How do you feel about them? Now, this tells us about this tells us about at last he regrets his mistakes, whatever he had done in his life. Then next it is the let's continue the line. He thoughts express that he was alone in his whole life. No one likes him and he is going alone. He thinks I not done I have not done well for the country, for the people, for my citizens. You can write people, citizens, and my coterie and my peoples and my relative, my own ones and my own ones. He was not helping anyone, only doing vulnerable things, vulnerable acts, or vulnerable actions. These was very much affected to his heart or to him as he regrets. This was the answer. Then the sixth one, discuss in class how the system affected the daily lives of the people in the home kingdom, both in terms of challenges and benefits, and help the king manage both the army and the economy. सी यहाँ पे रीड करना पड़ेगा. This is not the question related to this year. Okay, so we will not get deeper in this question, and I think so. This will also not be in the your exams. One more, let's explore is remaining. Let us see what it is. Not here. Here. Why did the Ahoms use the rivers, hills, and forests of Assam to their advantage? And you think of ways in which the geography helped them build defenses and fight wars. इसका आंसर यहाँ पे दिया गया है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे क्या दिया है? क्वेश्चन के अनुसार कैसे रिवर्स, हिल्स और फॉरेस्ट आसाम के जो है उनके लिए एडवांटेज बने. ठीक है, 1 2 3 4. द नेचर helped Assam as a protector. The rivers on that, the boats were fleet, which helped for fast traveling. Then the next it is the forest or the hills. Hills them for attacking by high regions directly using gunfires or arrow. Then the forest